Do you want to know how to make better decisions? Then you want to watch this video. In this video we're going to talk about expected value calculations. Let's get started. Expected value calculations is an idea I first stumbled upon from Ray Dalio in his book Principles. And it's just a mathematical way to make better decisions and to be objective about decision making and not be driven by emotions or not let yourself get talked into certain things, or not to get sold on ideas or on deals that are not as fancy as they sound or as someone wants you to think they are. Please excuse my English, like this is my first video in English. I started the channel a few months ago in German, but I figured that if I talk in English, the message and the knowledge I'm trying to share can reach more people, and my English gets better too, so excuse me for that. And yes, let's dive into today's subject. It's about expected value calculation. What is it about? It is about, you always hear about risk reward, and the better you get at making certain decisions, the better your outcome over time will be. And it's a work in progress. You need to get better over time and time to make better decisions. And this is a method you can apply to your decision making. And I just want to give you two examples, and then other examples you can play around with it. I just give you two examples and two cases, two really like easy cases, but you can apply it to other areas of your life. And it helped me quite a bit so far, and I always try to implement it in other decision-making processes too. So, expected value calculations. It's like every decision has a risk and a reward, and we try to mathematically break down the risk and the reward. And the thing with risk reward is everybody says, yeah, this is what you risk, and this is your potential outcome or your potential reward for your risk. But one thing a lot of people are missing: what are the probabilities of the risk, and what are the probabilities of the reward scenario compared to the risk scenario? Like if I have 200 tickets to sale, and one ticket of them is a win, and the other 199 tickets is a loss, and I can win a car worth $10,000. So let's dive into that. Like, this is the car worth $10,000, and this is a ticket cost at $10. And so the probability of me winning a car in this lottery is like 1 to 200, because we have 200 tickets, and the probability of a loss is 199 to 200 tickets. So we got that for us, and the expected value calculations is about calculating the probabilities of both scenarios and then comparing them to each other. So it's I have $10,000 I can potentially win, but the probability of my win is times 1 to 100, and the probability of my ticket, my risk I take, is times 199. So at the first scenario is like we get, if you take this one, it's like 0.5%, so we can just calculate it in our heads. 1% would be, I think, $100, and 0.5% is $50. So we have $50 here, and what I can lose is like a 199th of 200 is like times This would be, yeah, I just wrote it down, would be like, this is my potential loss. And so then we just subtract these from each other. So potential win of $50 subtracted by 9.95 equals plus 40, I think 40, is that right? Dollars. Does that sound right, Leon? This calculation here? Yeah, Leon is making some footage on his phone, but yeah, this is about it. So we have a positive of above $40, and so this would be, as you can see, it's a positive number we have here. This would be a pretty nice bet actually. We should be down for the bet if we can handle the loss, the potential loss of $10. If you are able to handle the potential loss, the potential win outweighs the risk. So this would be a good decision. If you have a lottery with 200 tickets and one ticket is a win of a car worth $10,000, you should buy a ticket if you have $10 spare money. Okay, so far so good. We make another calculation. How can we adapt it to business or to startup culture or to other things? And I have another case where you can say, okay, let's imagine a startup wants to hire you as a professional, as a young professional. They'll say, hey, we're a small company and we don't have that much money. We are self-founded so far and we want to hire you for 6 months until we try to get investing, and our valuation we are going for is $1 million. And we can't pay you so much money now. We just pay you a part of your daily rate, but we'll pay you with shares of the company. And let's just break that down. And let's say we have, I'll just try to, here. Let's say this is win and this is investment. Let's say you have a daily rate. You are a UX designer. You have a daily rate of, let's figure out a number of $800. You're billing $100 an hour. So your daily rate is, just write it down, $800. The company is willing to give you $400. They are self-founded, they are quite small so far. So the company says, we are offering you a daily rate of $400. And you're like, okay. But they say, wait, but we give you 1% shares of the company. So they give you 1%. And 1% of the expected valuation of the company from 1% from the expected valuation company, just write it down, is 1 million. So they give you 1% of 1 million. This would be $10,000. Yeah, okay. So you get on the win scenario, or let's calculate not with 1%, because this would be no good deal at all. This doesn't sound good. Let's make it that a 5%. You get 5% of the company. Like this sounds better, and you say, wow, nice, 5% of 1 million, and you're pumped to be in the deal. So the company's valuation, we said, is 1 million. You would get 5. And they say our next pitch for an investment for an investment is in 6 months. So let's estimate 6 months. Every month you work 20 days for them, 20 work days a month. So you work 6 times 20, like you work 120 days. You work for them, and you get $400, but your normal rate is $800, so your investment in this kind of lottery is you're investing 400 times 120 days. Yeah, 400 times 120 days would be, I just wrote it down somewhere, yeah, would be, your investment is $48,000. This is the gap between your daily rate and what you get paid for the actual job. So if this is you get 5% of that, what are the chances, and this is where things get tricky, what are the chances that they get invested? Or that they get their investment and their valuation they are hoping for, 1 million. What are the chances that they get it? So this is where you would have to just figure out a number. Look at other companies, look at their expertise, look at their networks, look at the likelihood to get invested. And if all this sounds good to you, but please be conservative, because people who want to hire you always will say, come to our company, we're sure we get invested. And you gotta be objective and use common sense. So especially here in Europe, in Germany, investors are not in investor mood. Like, you have to do a lot to get invested, and these investments are by no means comparable. In my opinion, in my experience, these investments are by no means comparable to the investments people get in the US and so on. So if you get invested, if you just calculate for yourself, the 5% of 1 million would be $50,000. $50,000, is it right? Yeah, I think so, yeah. Okay, so you risk $48,000 because this is your investment, your $400 gap, 120 days, and your potential reward is $50,000 for that. But, so they say risk reward, but what are the chances that this scenario, that they get the investment? So what are the chances? And now be conservative. I'd say 1 to 20 maybe. If they're really, really good, you can say 1 to 10. 1 to 10. So we say 10% chance that this scenario will occur. This one, so if this is 10%, the other one is 90%. And then we have our risk-reward probabilities, and then we come back to our lottery. So it's nothing more than like a lottery. So you say 50,000 you could potentially win times 10% makes $5,000, and 48,000 times 90% makes, let's make a calculation on that, 48,000 times, yeah, okay, Leon, thank you, is 43,200? Yes, 43,200. So, let's make our calculation again. So, 5,000 minus 43,200 is, thanks Leon, minus 38,200. So, tell me, is this a good deal? Now you really see if it's a good deal or not, but be aware, because this is only numbers. I love numbers. Numbers are reliable, but there are some things you cannot count in on numbers, especially not in this equation, because there are things like what connections will you make when working together with these people? What people you get to know? How much brand building will you do there? How well known are they? So you gotta sometimes you gotta calculate those in, but still this is a really harsh number. You know, it's in my opinion it would still not be worth it. If you get other jobs for a daily rate of $800, you shouldn't do this for $400, and then you have a much better place to negotiate from. You know, if you say, sorry, this is my equation, and then you can negotiate and say, okay, I need a daily rate more, and the daily rate is something which is 100% sure. So always work on this one, and especially if they are young, if they are not so long on the market, the probabilities that they will not be there anymore are really, really high. And don't let yourself be fooled by stories like, oh, the first one at Facebook got 1%, he's now a millionaire. Yes, Facebook is one of the 7 largest tech startups who just came up, so don't let yourself be fooled by these things, just trust those numbers. And this is just an example. You can use this risk-reward thing in so many other areas, like what is my risk if I hire this employee, and what is my reward, and how is the probability of both scenarios. This is just a really nice mathematical way to just give you a little boost, a little bump into making better decisions and helping yourself along the way. You're learning by doing with this method, and I love it so far. And I just read up more use cases of this method, and you can read it up too. And I really love it, and I hope you like it too. I hope you liked our first English video. If you like the video, click a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. We're trying to post weekly videos, and we are really pumped for the YouTube channel in English now, and I hope I could help you with the expected value calculations. Thanks for tuning in.